Well, it's semi-final time. As simple as that, the stakes are high. There is no place to slip and fall. Chelsea have a goal deficit to try and claw back at the Emirates Stadium. Tougher tasks haven't come this season, so Chelsea have to
Well, it's semi-final time. As
have to
simple
be
as that,
at
the
their
stake.
best. Well, welcome along to the stream. Different settings for me today, but same enthusiasm, that's for sure. It's going to be a cracking game, that's for sure. Chelsea, 6 wins out of 7 for Liam Rossignol to begin with. Just about the perfect start. And he has gone with a few changes today.
Different settings for me today.
Rob Sanchez, and we're going with the back 5 with Malo Gusto as the right wing back and Mark Kukre as the left wing back. Jarell Hato, Trevor Chalobah and Wesley Fofana. Midfield 3 of Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, the skipper today, and Andre Santos. And then a front 2 of Joao Pedro and Liam Delap. This is an interesting setting here. Not used to seeing the 2 striker system, but needs must. Cole Palmer's on the bench, so is Estevao, and the man who scored as the brace at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea needed goals. It was Alejandro Garnacho, but his performances do not warrant a start at this game where Arsenal start as favourites and they have that 1-goal advantage. There will be extra time or penalties if need be, but Arsenal or Chelsea will want to get this done in normal time here. Already packed schedule as both teams are competing on all 4 fronts, of course, with Manchester City and Arsenal trying to vie for the Premier League title. Chelsea, on the other hand, they have to battle Liverpool and Manchester United. Aston Villa might be a step too far for Chelsea, but that's been the dip this season for the Club World Cup champions. It is must-win settings for us. Mikel Arteta still looking to deliver silverware after 6 years of a barren run, but visible progress as the Arsenal crowd will be absolutely up for this one. That's for sure. Chelsea going with a different shape, a 2-striker system, and the 3 in midfield looking to try and get some control against Arsenal's midfield 3 of Ebre Eze, Declan Rice, and Martin Zubimendi. Well, Eberechi Eze has not seen too much game time, but these are the games where he could really explode into life. Gabriel Magalhaes, the skipper today. As for Chelsea, will be the Argentine Enzo Fernandez, who scored that goal late on to give us all 3 points to complete the turnaround against West Ham United. Starts as skipper. And we're off and running for the start of the semi-finals here. Oh, it's big match settings. Chelsea need to grow up against a well-drilled Arsenal side. Have been conceding a few goals off late. Their defense isn't really watertight. But Chelsea's attack has largely stemmed on our ability to keep finding Joao Pedro. Here's Declan Rice. Big game for him. Not had the dizzying start that he had. Just kind of plateaued in terms of form. It'll be very interesting to see his position because no Martin Odegaard. So the way that Arsenal are going to try and progress the ball is going to be through the likes of Eberechi Eze. Good pressure applied by Joao Pedro on David Raya. Arsenal escaped the pressure. Nicely done. Here's Jurrien Timber. Timber finds Zubimendi and Andre Santos, who's there for Chelsea to win that midfield battle. Immediately into the tackle. Well, with this setup, it just means that Enzo Fernandez will have the license to be that number 10 and supplement the attack while Andre Santos and Moises Caicedo keep their distances in the midfield pivot. It's a big pitch. Arsenal can stretch it as much as is possible, so those 2 in midfield have to be disciplined.
That number 10.
Here's Saliba, finds Jurrien Timber. Venture forward. Former Chelsea man, Noni Madueke, and of course Kai Havertz on the bench. Got only Mark Yu as our striker available on the bench for us, as Liam Rossignol is going to throw the kitchen sink as early as possible. What he's trying to do with the 2 attack is they have to try and engage Gabriel and Saliba as much as possible. They cannot have a comfortable evening. Here's Piero Hincapié, Ecuadorian. Finds Eberechi Eze. Very patient this from Arsenal. Haven't reached the EFL Cup final since 2017, 2018. That's where Manchester City really put it on them in the final. That was a 3-0 victory towards the latter end of Arsene Wenger's tenure. Haven't won this trophy for well over 30 years. Trying to break multiple trophy droughts. Arsenal in this big season for them. Mikel Arteta's men almost primed now to lift silverware this season. Whether that be domestically or in Europe, they are favourites because they ended their group stages 8 wins out of 8. That seldom happens, but Arteta and his men, the way that he rotated, got the results, fantastic. As for Liam Rosenior, this is his biggest test. The only blip in his results so far has been against Arsenal. That was at the Bridge, where Chelsea conceded 3. That was an uncharacteristic day in terms of Rob Sanchez. He's been so reliable for us. It's the one game that he made some catastrophic mistakes and Arsenal punished us. Didn't make that massive save of Mikel Merino. Merino, of course, has a issue with his foot, which rules him out for a couple of months maybe. Will that force Arsenal to dip into the transfer window? As interesting for Chelsea in terms of width is going to be Malo Gusto and Marc Cucurella as their wing-backs. No Pedro Neto, no Garnacho, no Estevao. Jamie Gittins has a hamstring issue. Again, the midfield area for Arsenal has been pretty vacant for them. Chelsea need to put the pressure on Arsenal as they look to just dominate possession. Here's Saliba. Cucurella's first to it and finds Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez's first thought is always to look forward. Finds Joao Pedro, who has dropped short. Needs a bit of support. Tries to wriggle away. Enzo Fernandez helps out. Chelsea keep the ball nicely here. Andre Santos finds Trevor Chalobah to Wesley Fofana. I do like the Chelsea shape so far. Jarell Hato, big game for him. Really did struggle in his last start at home against West Ham. Liam Rosenior putting a bit of faith in him. Benoit Badiashile could have been an option there for Liam Rosenior, but he decides to go with the youngster Jarell Hato. On the ball, Chelsea with the 3 at the back as Trevor Chalobah drills the pass. Nicely done there by Liam Delap, but Arsenal come out of the press very neatly there. It's Gabriel Martinelli who's travelled all the way from left wing to right wing there, but he's going to have an interesting game. Gyökeres, Martinelli and Noni Madueke, so plenty of pace in the Arsenal forward line. Have someone like Havertz to come on is a very useful weapon for Arsenal. They've got Gabriel Jesus as well, so very good options off the bench for Mikel Arteta this evening. Here's Saliba, finds Jurrien Timber. Mats Zubimendi, who made that really risky pass to give Manchester United a bit of hope in that game. Turned out to be more than just hope as Martinelli down the left-hand side up against Wesley Fofana. Martinelli drops the shoulder, decent ball in, cleared away by Chalobah, turns into nearly a good pass, but again Saliba so quick, and now Jurrien Timber, burst pass, Jarell Hato, well his challenge is just about enough. Enzo Fernandez mops up defensively. Rob Sanchez will be itching to keep the clean sheet here today. Didn't happen against West Ham or Crystal Palace. He is battling David Raya for the Golden Glove in the Premier League. No David Raya today. It's Kepa Arrizabalaga, formerly of Chelsea books. 4 seasons for the Blues. Couple of loans to Bournemouth and Real Madrid. Now finding home at Arsenal is a big game for Cucurella as well. He's not going to be up against Bukayo Saka. Noni Madueke is a different problem to solve. Here's Sanchez. Again decides to go long. Liam Delap has to try and win the header. He's going to be up against Piero Hincapié by the looks of it. He knows that he's not going to get too much change out of Gabriel or Saliba, so might as well try and pick on the Ecuadorian. He's good in the air. Malo Gusto tries to feed the ball into the box. Cucurella makes a run. It's Liam Delap. Has a snapshot. Off target, but Chelsea have their first shot. It's Liam Delap who's a bit of a poacher's instinct there. Should have been comfortable. William Saliba just leaves the door open. It's been Arsenal with all the possession, but Chelsea finally register. Here's Gabriel. Arsenal's set pieces will be something that Chelsea will have to defend. Arsenal's so dangerous when things don't go their way in open play. Set pieces have been a reliable source of goals, especially with Gabriel on the pitch. Declan Rice's delivery causes lots of problems here. So Gabriel. Chelsea looking to retreat outside their box, holding a very high line here, forcing Arsenal to go long, compressing the pitch, making sure that can't pass through the lines. Caicedo and Andre Santos will be tasked with casting those passing lanes. Here's Zubomendi, shifts it onto the left-hand side. Nketiah breaks from the shackles of Liam Delap. Very patient this from Arsenal, not in a hurry to get this in the mixer. Very comfortable on the ball. Well, Arteta does emphasize on control throughout the 90 minutes. Lies on fine margins. To concede very few chances, especially in big games. 3-2 loss against Manchester United. Two of them were absolute screamers that United scored. Very hard to account or even defend them. Otherwise, Arsenal, especially at home, they don't concede too many. That loss to Manchester United really was a shock to the system. That's a very good pass there by Moises Caicedo to Enzo Fernandez. It's Cucurella down the left-hand side, but he's the one who's going to have to hold the width down the left. He's not going to get those overlapping runs. Especially with Madueke down that right-hand side, who's got that burst of pace and acceleration. Cucurella will have to have one eye on him. Here's Chalobah. Wesley Fofana came on against West Ham as Liam Rossini made the triple change. All his subs really did click into gear there as Wesley Fofana was the one who played that beautiful pass to Joao Pedro. Speaking of Joao, again in walls here. Enzo Fernandez, lovely touch there by Joao Pedro. Smooth play there by the Brazilian. Waits for runners. Joao Pedro thought about the shot. Again, couple of skills and he finds Cucurella down the left-hand side. Well defended by Urian Timber. Oh, that might be a foul there, ref. Surely. Come on. Doesn't give it. Better there from Chelsea. Need to really pick the tempo. They're going to try and bypass that Arsenal midfield. Here's Chalobah. Chelsea enjoying a bit of territory and possession. Malo Gusto will have a very important game down the right-hand side. He's going to have to track Martinelli's runs and be responsible for providing us width down the right because we don't really have natural wingers. Joao Pedro, excellent, man. Look at the way he's keeping the ball. Can't find the pass, but surely that's a foul, ref. Come on. It's the second one. Joao Pedro, excellent. The way he gets the ball to stick. What a fantastic acquisition he has been, man. 50 million, every penny worth. Jeez, he's been saving us. Those two goals against Napoli, I mean, we've been starving for a centre forward. And Joao Pedro gets us two goals like that in a must-win game. Fantastic. 9 goals in the Prem, 3 in the Champions League. Keep going, Joao. We need him on the pitch. And Liam Delap tries to make himself a nuisance. Clear foul there by Gabriel Magalhaes. Here's Declan Rice. Urian Timber surveying his options, finds the former Chelsea man, Noni Madueke, immediately shut down. Cucurella does very well. He's touch tight and wins the ball. Here's Santos. He worked under Liam Rossini and he won the Young Player of the Year in France for Strasbourg. His breakout season, which meant that Chelsea's investment in him truly did pay off, and now ready to make a difference in midfield, especially with the injuries to Romeo Lavia and Dario Esugo. The three-man midfield of Enzo Caicedo and Andre Santos have had to step up and then some. Logged in some crazy minutes. Gusto tries to play the audacious flick to Joao Pedro, a willing runner, but Arsenal clear. Chalobah defends with real composure against Victor Gyökeres. Scored at the bridge, but that was more than Rob Sanchez making an error as Malo Gusto sweeps a lovely pass down to the right-hand side. It seems that Liam Delap is playing as the auxiliary right winger. A little bit of pace and power, and it's a little too clumsy there. I don't think Liam Delap has the facilities to play right wing, but Interesting tactic, but need to keep Joao Pedro in those forward areas. Need to see that link up between Enzo Fernandez and Joao Pedro. Of course, it was that Joao Pedro cut back to Enzo Fernandez in the 93rd minute that gave Chelsea all 3 points against West Ham. I mean, it was the most nightmarish first half, man. It was wake me up from this dream kind of first half. Liam Rossinier rang in the changes, and it all worked out. Good start for him. 6 wins out of 7. The only blemish being the game at the Bridge. Arteta will be viewing the Carabao Cup as his least, like in the priority list. It's got to be the last one. He's going all guns blazing for the Premier League and the Champions League. So won't be too devastated if they lose, but could have a domino effect to the end of the season. Manchester City, they're not really putting the pressure either, dropping points very regularly. They were 2-0 up against Spurs and they threw it away in the second half. Dominic Solanke with the brace. Here's Gabriel. Arsenal just struggling to progress the ball in the forward areas. Chelsea have shut the spaces very good in the way that they've shuffled from side to side. The three-man midfield definitely helps. They aren't very porous, especially in the heart. Here's Rice. Zubomendi has been amongst the goals. I think he scored 3 in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very decent haul for a number 6. Able to score some important goals and crucial moments. 4-0 against Leeds was I mean, on the surface it looks like a regulation win, but Leeds at home, Ellen Road, has become a very tough place, especially for the big 6 teams. Caicedo reads the danger very nicely and gets the foul there. Martinelli a little too eager. Well, Caicedo got sent off at the Bridge in the Premier League fixture. We were playing so well. 30-minute mark. Caicedo makes a late challenge on Mikel Merino. Straight red card. Oh, that killed us. But Chelsea somehow managed to get a draw in that game. But Caicedo missed 3 games, then missed the first leg. Now that he's completed all his suspensions, need Moy back fit and firing. Business end looks very, very hectic for Chelsea. If you look at Chelsea's fixtures in April and May, absolute nightmare. Every game is a big game. Stressful. Here's Declan Rice. Swift pass there for Fofana. Allows Martinelli a bit of running room here. Here's the Brazilian. Tries to whip the cross in. Has to check his run. It's Hincapié. Offering a bit of width, but Chelsea get back in numbers. Declan Rice, Saliba. Chelsea have been largely unthreatened. Rob Sanchez has been a spectator between the sticks. Here's Madueke, 1v1 against Cucurella. Gives him the runaround. Cucurella does very well. I think it's a corner for Arsenal, and this could be one way that Arsenal get their noses in front. If they score the first goal, it really would be a killer blow for Chelsea, really. A 2-goal deficit to try and claw back at the Emirates Stadium. Would be very, very hectic. Madueke has taken on the Saka mantle of putting in some very good deliveries with that left foot. Do cause a lot of panic in the box. Teams have started to score a lot of own goals to assist Arsenal, but it's because of the relentless pressure that they put and the way that they attack those deliveries. Could be hectic. Chelsea need to get this spot on here. Arsenal have not threatened the goal, but set pieces could change things in a jiffy. Big moment in this match. Madueke is left-footed in-swinger. Chelsea have got 2 players at the near post. Yorker has been man-marked by Andre Santos. Joao Pedro tussling with William Saliba. Melee in the box as Madueke delivers. It's a decent delivery. The header from Piero Hincapié is just over. Chelsea survived just about. Good delivery there by Noni Madueke. Gets good height. Decent contact. He's unmarked. And Wesley Fofana. That is a very risky jump. He's got both hands up. And I really hope it hit. It's so unnecessary from Wesley Fofana in terms of how he has jumped. I think Chelsea might survive this, but it's another corner. Arsenal looking to ramp up the pressure. Madueke again. Oh, it's a good ball, and Chelsea cleared the front post. Second ball won as well. Arsenal looking to keep the pressure on. That's a very clever pass to Ebreze. Beautifully fed to Hinkepi on his left foot for the top corner. What a save by Sanchez. That was arrowing in. Rob Sanchez comes up clutch again. Brilliant strike. That was destined for the top corner. Hinkepi really catches that well. Right outside the box. Sanchez, full extension. His parry went straight to Gabriel Martinelli. Might have been offside, but couldn't bring that under control. But that was the early warning shot fired by Arsenal. Heavy touch there, but Gyökeres trying to make something out of it. Arsenal now stepping it up. Gyökeres takes the scenic route. It's a needless foul there by Jurel Hato. He does not have to make it. It's so unnecessary. It's another foul. It's another free kick for Arsenal. This is a tricky period for Chelsea. We have to prevent Arsenal from scoring from set pieces. It could really deflate the early pressure that Chelsea have put. Declan Rice. Chelsea will hold a highish line just outside the edge of the box. Arsenal have plenty of runners, man. Chelsea's defending at the far stick is so suspect. Arsenal will be looking to prey on it. It's Gyökeres, Zubimendi and Gabriel as Rice whips it in. Oh, it's a very good defensive header. I think that's Trevor Chalobah. Takes charge of the situation. So far, so good. Chelsea can't afford to concede the first goal. Here's Madueke. He's got very little joy up against Kukurea. William Saliba. Rice again. Rice just struggling with forward progression, but keeps it simple, keeps the ball moving. Here's Gabriel Magalhaes. Chelsea do have plenty of options on the bench with Cole Palmer, Garnacho and Estevan Willian. It's a decent bench in terms of forward because this is a conservative lineup from Liam Rossini, going with the only wingers are other fullbacks, Gusto and Kukurea. Rarely gotten forward, but defensively sound. I think that's the first objective, isn't it? Can't allow Arsenal to get further ahead here. Here's Kepa. He's had a comfortable game. Rarely threatened as Kepa goes long. It's a very good pass, and it's Gabriel Martinelli who's running onto it. Arsenal flooding the box. Decent cutback. Oh, Chelsea just about get out of danger there. Here's Kukurea. Chelsea trying to launch a counter-attack. Need to maybe slow things down. Caicedo goes forward. Delap. João Pedros. Ref. Foul. Gives it. Chelsea can breathe easy, but that one long pass by Kepa opens up Chelsea's defense. Oh, that is really poor. He's clearly onside. He's in his own half. Chelsea did well. The cutback there from Martinelli was in hope rather than expectation. He had two runners. Didn't really find either. Chelsea get away with that one. Again, plenty of warning signs. Kukurea and Martin Zubimendi not letting each side to go there. Referee quickly spotted that. Caicedo under real pressure comes away with a nice pass. Hato, oh, panicked. Chelsea panicked, but Chalobah takes no chances. Arsenal win the first and the second ball. Chalobah backs off. Oh, thankfully he makes the interception. Chelsea slightly on the ropes. Look at Gabriel, man. He's pressing Malo Gusto in the Chelsea half. Chelsea need to try and exploit the situation. Arsenal full press here, man. Putting the squeeze on Chelsea, forcing Chalobah long. João Pedro does very well, but he can't keep hold of the ball, but gets the foul. Second best thing. Again, it's William Saliba who's tracking 40-50 yards. Man mark Joao Pedro. Front foot defending these days, man. Centre halves have so much to do in terms of facets of the game they have to cover. No, there has to be a threat behind, but still, they trust their recovery pace. It's relentless. Enzo Fernandez, good pass there to Marc Cucurella, brings that under control. Timber's there for company. Here's Enzo again. It's not a good pass, but Jarell Hato makes something out of it. Fofana, Arsenal retreat into their mid-block by the looks of it. Very comfortable defending those areas, even at home if they don't have the ball. Don't concede too many chances, and halfway through the first half, Chelsea have not troubled Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal. Here's Caicedo. Fofana, Caicedo again. Andre Santos. Yep, the distances between Caicedo and Santos, that's something that I'm very keen to see throughout the 90 minutes. He wants them to be close. That's the clear instruction that he has implemented in the last 6 or 7 games. Sometimes you see even Enzo Fernandez dropping into the pivot. Just shows you that Enzo's versatility is forced to play as a deep-lying playmaker, as a number 8, as a box crasher, number 10. He looks to excel in every role as a long punt forward. Meat and drink there for Arsenal defence. Saliba doesn't come more difficult in terms of challenges, man. What a defender. The way that Arsenal have developed him into the centre-back that he is today. Sure shot starter for France in the World Cup as well. Here's Sanchez. Chalobah. Sanchez is inviting the press. Again, long balls is going to be very easy for Arsenal. Chelsea need to get the ball on the deck and start dictating. This is going to be easy stuff for the Arsenal centre-backs. Good pressure applied by Liam Delap. Arsenal play out the press again. Here's Nketiah. Zubimendi, lovely first touch. Gets away from Enzo Fernandez. 50 million acquisition from Real Sociedad. I think he is pretty much the dictator, the controller that Arteta was looking for all these years. Someone to replace Thomas Partey. Now applies his trade for Villarreal, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Madueke. Forced to go back to Kepa. Here's Declan Rice. 25 minutes on the clock. Rice gives it away. Very sloppy play. Chelsea win the ball high up the pitch. Here's Delap. Caicedo. Weighing his options. Again, look at the red and white shirts quickly in possession. Lovely switch out to Malo Gusto down the right-hand side. Inviting Nketiah out of position. Here's Chalobah. Chelsea have everybody in the Arsenal half. Santos. Caicedo. Santos again. Quicker this from Chelsea. Patient. Better. Much better. Here's Gusto onto the right-hand side. Liam Delap up against Nketiah. Looks to cross the ball into the box. It's a corner for Chelsea. Yes, it is. But Liam Delap playing as the makeshift right winger. Trying to give Nketiah a bit of a bother. Decent wing play from the number 9. One would be at the end of those crosses rather than putting the balls in. But Chelsea have very little natural width. Enzo Fernandez comes across. 8 Premier League goals for Enzo Fernandez. By far his best return since 3 years now since he joined from Benfica. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea with the usual suspects in the box. Enzo delivers. It's a flat delivery. It's cleared away. Take 2 here from Enzo. Again whips it. Decent ball in. It's a cracking defensive header. And it's a strike from distance. Harmless one. Trevor Chalobah on his weaker left foot has a swing and it's comfortable. Here's Jurrien Timber. Noni Madueke put under pressure. Oh, he wins it fairly according to the referee, and he blows a really late whistle. That is poor there from the ref, man. It's got to be a linesman call. Let's have a look. It's right on the touchline. It's Not on the ankle, but Madueke makes the most of the challenge. Free kick for Arsenal. 0-0 score at halftime is not the worst for Chelsea. After trouble Kepa a lot more. Need to take shots from distance. You know that Kepa does struggle with those ones in the top corner. We'll need a special strike really to get it right in the postage stamp as Arsenal once again look to regain control. They ceded a bit in terms of territory and possession. Quickly look to regain as Gabriel Magalhaes finds Eberechi Eze, put under immediate pressure by Moises Caicedo. Caicedo almost tasked with keeping an eye on Rice and Eberechi Eze. Fofana defending on the front foot. Onto the left hand side, decent pass, well defended. Malo Gusto doing exactly why he's in the team for, making those very good interceptions. Trevor Chalobah to Jarell Hato. Hato has been very conservative with his passing, very wrenched forward. He's always playing it either sideways or backwards, forcing Trevor Chalobah to be the one to instigate our attacks. Here's Chalobah. Caicedo. Rob Sanchez, interested in acting as the auxiliary centre half. Here's Hato. Andre Santos. Enzo Fernandez put under pressure, but fairly according to the referee. Santos should get there first. He does. That's certainly a foul, ref. Come on, he is. Andre Santos does very well. He's up against Declan Rice. Rice is as good as they come in terms of tackles and interceptions. Santos holding his own. Into the 30th minute. Objective 1 achieved from Chelsea. Sanchez hasn't had to make too many saves. That one from Piero Hincapié was a real palm stinger. Fofana takes a chance. Please release the ball. Gusto helps out. Fofana, needless. Just release the ball that touch quicker. You don't have to take that extra touch. Puts you under so much pressure, but thankfully, Malo Gusto identifying the situation. Here's Joao Pedro, Liam Delap. Down the right hand side, Gusto making the overlap. He is onside. Cross comes into the box. Decent cutback. Arsenal defend that well. Fofana is very aggressive, but overly aggressive, according to the referee. Again, decent, but doesn't really come with too much of a threat. But it's Malo Gusto. So that 1 minute he's defending his own box. Next second he's making that 70-yard run. Putting the cross into the box. Here's Zubimendi. Finds William Saliba. Just under 15 minutes of normal time remaining. Piero Hincapié. Arsenal just happy to just keep the ball, knock it around, move the Chelsea press. Never rushed when they're in possession. Here's Gabriel. Rice. Also looking to quicken up the tempo. Look at where Jurrien Timber is. Really did catch me by surprise. The right back in the left-hand side half space. Interesting move this from Arsenal. Maybe going with a back three with Piero Hincapié as the left-sided centre-back. Gusto's challenge has been evaded by Martin Zubimendi. Here's Gabriel playing as the centre-back. And yep, William Saliba as the right-side centre-back. Arteta making a change within his system. Here's Eze. Again in the pockets. Hasn't been at that influential best as he looks to link up with his midfield partner. Here's Zubimendi. Finds William Saliba. Jurrien Timber now. Extra midfielder for Arsenal. Timber. Chelsea sit off. Now Madueke trying to isolate Marc Cucurella. Might go on the outside. Madueke drops the shoulder. Very good defending there by Cucurella. Joao Pedro makes the ball stick beautifully. Surely a foul there, ref. Brilliant from Joao Pedro, man. Number 9 making these defensive contributions so important, so composed. His first touch is very, very assured. Makes the ball stick, uses his body, protects the ball well, gets Chelsea out of trouble, and looks like Arsenal want to make a few early changes, or at least the illusion of it. Calafiori and Gabriel Jesus both been asked to warm up. Again, Joao Pedro, excellent first touch, even better second, but Cucurella loses out. Chelsea need to make the ball stick around Joao Pedro as well. He can't be the only one who's looking to cause Arsenal problems. Here's Declan Rice. Rice looking to switch that out to Noni Madueke. Lovely first touch. Again, Cucurella very much in attendance. Not going to allow him a free run. Forces him to play it backwards to Saliba. What a clever pass that is to Declan Rice. Andre Santos once again. Good positioning there from the Brazilian. Every time Arsenal have switched the ball to Noni Madueke, they want him to go 1v1 against Marc Cucurella, get into the box and put a final ball in, but Cucurella has snuffed everything out. Here's Gabriel. Saliba. Yep, back three from Arsenal. Midfield two of Zubimendi and Yuri and Timber. It's another long ball forward. Chelsea don't defend this well. It's Gabriel Martinelli. Turns away. What a block that is from Malo Gusto. Goal saving. Again, Arsenal open Chelsea up with a long ball forward. No pressure. This is very poor. Malo Gusto gets caught and then he gets spun. But he recovers in sensational fashion. Brilliant there from Malo Gusto. He gets turned and then you feel the worst is going to happen. Brilliant. And Arsenal threatening. Certain moments. Looking to open up on the left-hand side. Again, it's in Nketiah. Very good block there by Andre Santos. Surely offside. Flag not raised. Nketiah gets away from Andre Santos. Now the flag will be raised. Late call there from the ref, but we'll take it. It's been a stressful first half. Rob Sanchez, relatively untroubled. Victor Gyökeres has had 2 touches in nearly 35 minutes of Premier League football, semi-final football. That is really poor. It's either that Arsenal don't find him or he's not able to build that cohesive attack. Because when Kai Havertz is on the pitch for Arsenal, it's going to be completely different because he makes the ball stick. Much like Joao Pedro in terms of his link-up. Very intelligent player. Does come under scrutiny for his finishing and the goal return, but the player, the technical proficiency, someone that I've seen in Chelsea colours for 3 years, he does have a lot of positive attributes. And Arsenal play out the Chelsea press very comfortably. Combination play, but again Yuri and Timber forced to go backwards. Chelsea's defensive structure holding off very well. Enzo Fernandez tasked with being the third midfielder more than a number 10. Saliba's pass is intercepted. Andre Santos finds Joao Pedro. Pedro tries to punch the pass to Liam Delap, but it's easily intercepted. And Hato caught in a cul-de-sac and plays a nice pass under pressure. Much better there from Jarell Hato. Feeling a whole lot better. Enzo Fernandez has got a bit of space down the left-hand side to operate. Can go for the switch. He does. Liam Delap peels away. Lovely control. He's up against Gabriel Magalhaes though. Defers the responsibility to Moises Caicedo. Chelsea looking to end the first half on a strong note. Possibly even nick a goal. Would be absolutely monumental if you can get the opening goal here at the Emirates Stadium. Here's Hato. Trevor Chalobah. Chelsea need to quicken the tempo here. Just move things around. Gusto. He's had a secure first half. Expect that from Malo Gusto. One of our very good acquisitions. He was at 19 years of age from Lyon. £27 million as cover for Reece James and then playing a huge role for us. Chelsea should win the second ball. Gusto helps out in midfield. Here's Liam Delap. Tries to get away from Nketiah. Nketiah just throws him to the ground like a little boy. Down the left-hand side, Wesley Fofana is very quick. Covers well and shows good composure with the pass. Here's Moises Caicedo. Possession-wise, I think we've been fine. But efforts on target, that's the only disappointing thing. But to our credit, it's just been the Hinkepié shot that has really troubled Rob Sanchez. Victor Gyökeres, 2 touches. Gabriel Martinelli's had a few decent runs down the left-hand side with long balls. Madueke has not really had any joy up against Marc Cucurella. So defensively, Chelsea have been good as well. Enzo Fernandez, very nicely done. Finds Jarell Hato. It's Marc Cucurella. Clever pass. Joao Pedro has a quick scan. Can immediately attracts pressure here. Enzo, Joao Pedro, Andre Santos. Chelsea just playing short passes. Caicedo. Wesley Fofana. Liam Delap looking to play the 1-2 with Malo Gusto. Cross comes in. Well defended. It's a throw-in for Chelsea. Gabriel very comfortable defending those wide areas. He's been 1v1 against Liam Delap on numerous occasions and he's come out top every time. Only once Liam Delap needs to get lucky. Andre Santos very comfortable. He's had a good 38 odd minutes. He's done his job, made those interceptions, made sure that Chelsea try and win as many second balls as possible and then plays a nice line breaker, but Liam Delap gets bullied off the ball again. He needs to do better. Here's Martinelli. Caicedo's there. And Fofana mops up. Chelsea play out comfortably. Here's Caicedo. Malo Gusto. Can Arsenal have so many bodies back so quickly as well? One of the best teams in Europe defensively, man. You have to give it to them. And Arsenal do concede a goal. Bit of a rare event. There's another ball, but Chelsea have the ball in our own half. Just need to get on with it. Just over 5 minutes plus normal time remaining. It's been an engaging first half at the Emirates Stadium. Chelsea have competed well. That's the main objective. Go toe-to-toe against the league leaders. Arteta in making sure that his defensive structure is absolutely on point. Caicedo, Chalobah. Hato drops the shoulder. Better. I think the back three are looking a lot more comfortable with the ball. Gyökeres leading a solo press. Chelsea should be comfortable. Sanchez, too comfortable, looks long. Can Arsenal hit these long balls? Will be comfortable. Chelsea winning the second ball. Joao Pedro, excellent, brilliant. Ref, that's a foul, but it's brilliant from Joao Pedro. Finds Liam Delap. Quickly look for the players. Here's Joao Pedro again. He's made everything stick under so much pressure and so many fouls that he's absorbed. Referee has given very little. Here's Enzo Fernandez down the left-hand side. Outside of the boot pass. It's easily defended, but it's a corner for Chelsea. What's up, TJ? What is up? How can I stream the game here? They'll take me down immediately for copyright. Immediately. I wish. Chelsea have a corner. Come on, TJ. I need this win, bro. You don't need the Carabao Cup. Come on. 41 minutes. Where are you watching the game? Do you have a subscription? Stan Sports. Enzo Fernandez with the corner. Can Chelsea pinch a goal before half-time? Here's Enzo. Decent ball in. Kepa punches. Andre Santos wins another header, but Arsenal looking for a swift counter-attack. That pass from Noni Madueke is a curious one, to say the very least. Chelsea looking to sustain the pressure. Here's Trevor Chalobah. Again, being sports. Good old being sports. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Again, needs to take better care of the ball. Joao Pedro was offside. Doesn't decide to engage. 3 minutes plus added on time remain in the first half. DJ, what do you think? Half-time score and give me full-time score prediction. Here's Declan Rice. Arsenal going forward, pretty poor. Need more from Martinelli, Gyökeres, and of course Noni Madueke. On the bench though, Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard. Plenty of options. I think Martin Odegaard's on the bench too, so more than enough options. Here's Kepa, Saliba, Madueke. 0-0. What do you mean? Full 90? 90 minutes 0-0, criminal. Oh, decent pass there by Hato. It's Enzo Fernandez. Space opens up. Enzo Fernandez! It's on target. Good save there by Kepa. Pada. 2-1 to Arsenal. No way. But finally, Chelsea getting a shot on target. Matching that Hincapié effort. Enzo Fernandez. And for the top corner. Good ball manipulation there by Malo Gusto. I think Enzo's offside, and he is. Enzo Fernandez. Definite goal threat. Chelsea worked this very, very well. Jarell Hato's pass is so underrated. Starts the move. Enzo Fernandez looks to curl that into the top corner. Doesn't have the bend. Comfortable for Kepa in the end. 2-1 to Arsenal. Who are the two goal scorers, bro? Gyökeres needs to do a lot more. I think our Chelsea centre halves have had a very comfortable 43 odd minutes. Needs to do a lot more. Here's Eze. William Saliba. Heavy touch. João Pedro. Tries to use a bit of bully ball there on Timber. João Pedro wants contact. Final minute of normal time. It's been fine margins. It's been very, very stressful. DJ have a flight to Kolhapur. Get up at 7 a.m. max India time. It's 2:15. Better win. It's another long ball forward. Chelsea very passive defensively. Eze doesn't get to it, but Chelsea falling asleep in needless moments. Oh, João Pedro, excellent again. How is he keeping hold of the ball, man? So much pressure there by Gabriel Magalhaes. Chelsea play out the press. That has to be our ball, ref. What the hell? How did Caicedo lose that, man? Just loses his footing. Oh, that was a chance for Chelsea to play out. Added on time, first half. 0-0 the scoreline at the Emirates. Here's Rob Sanchez. Chalobah, Caicedo. Just 1 minute of no, I think that's fair. What a pass that is by Sanchez. Can João Pedro make something out of nothing? Finally, Liam Delap keeps the ball. Here's Enzo Fernandez. 30 seconds remain. Come on, Chelsea need to try and just get one more shot on target before half time. Here's Hato. Enzo Fernandez. He's got free reign basically to operate wherever he wants. Chelsea move the ball very nicely in central areas. Here's João Pedro. Attracts 3 Arsenal players. Cucurella, Hato. Come on, final attack here. Enzo. Oh, that's a clever pass there by Cucurella. Tries the first time cushion pass. Final attack for sure there. Referee has had enough and blows the whistle for what has been a tight and tense encounter at the Emirates Stadium here. 0-0. Both teams having one shot, both from outside the box. Piero Hincapié for Arsenal and Enzo Fernandez on Kepa's goal. But 0-0 is pretty much a fair result at half-time here. Arsenal still lead the tie after having the 3-2 result at Stamford Bridge. Half-time at the Emirates, 0-0. DJ, why are you laughing, bro? At my plight. It's going to be tough. And it's a 45-minute flight as well. So by the time you close the eyes, you got to get up. Interesting. I'll see you for the second half. You paid $15 just to watch this game. You know how much I paid for fan code? 50 rupees. But only Carabao Cup. Not bad. I think 75 including all the $15 is pretty pretty expensive, TJ. Luckily, you're doing well. No DQP this week. I'll be back for the second half, though. See ya. It can get better for Chelsea in the second half. It can also get worse, that's for sure. But 0-0 at halftime, not the worst result. But Chelsea can definitely step it up in the second half, up against Arsenal, who can make a lot of changes off the bench with Havertz, Jesus, Trossard, and even Martin Odegaard off the bench. As for Chelsea, Cole Palmer was seen warming up. Will make a huge impact for us. We need that link player in that number 10 position. Enzo Fernandez just had that one shot from outside the box, but other than that, lacks some real creativity in those central areas. Down the right-hand side, Liam Delap could possibly come off for someone like Estevao Willian. That will definitely change the dynamic of our attack, but it's been a decent first half. It should get better. Chelsea need a goal at least, else Arsenal will meet either Newcastle or Manchester City in the final. City, of course, have that 2-0 lead. They will be favourites. 2-0 at the Now, Chelsea need a big second half. It's as simple as that. If you need to reach the finals, it's going to have to happen in these 45 minutes. Real chance for silverware. One step away from Wembley. Have to take advantage of it. Start with that first goal. Make sure that we don't give anything sloppy to Arsenal, man. First half, defensively, very few complaints. Just that one concern of those long balls that have been played, one by Kepa and one by Gabriel Magalhaes, both for Gabriel Martinelli, something that Chelsea will need to guard against in that second half, that's for sure. Man, first half, defensively, Arsenal don't have to make any immediate changes, but Liam Rossini will have a lot to take positives from in that first half. But he knows that Chelsea need to go a gear up there. Cole Palmer and Estevao Willian, watch out for those two in the second half from Chelsea's point of view. As for Arsenal, they have enough firepower on the pitch and on the bench as well. Massive 45 minutes coming up at the Emirates Stadium here. Let's go. Chelsea need a goal, man. An early goal in the second half. Just kick things off. No changes yet. I think in that 55th to 60th minute, watch out for Liam Rossini using his bench, which he has done successfully throughout his young tenure as Chelsea boss. And we are off and running for the start of the second half. Chelsea needing a goal at least at the Emirates Stadium to take this to extra time. Arsenal have the cushion. Here's João Pedro. Beautiful touch and swivel. Turn, takes a strike. It's a deflection and Kepa. Oh, it makes a bit of a meal out of it. It's a corner for Chelsea. 20 minutes into the second half. No surprise that it's João Pedro again. Just making things happen out of absolutely nothing. Corner for Chelsea. Hasn't happened from open play yet. Set pieces could break the Arsenal door down. João Pedro, the obvious target. We got Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah and Liam Delap battling for position as well. It's all about the delivery though. Enzo Fernandez delivers and whips that in. It's well defended. Chelsea get that just wide. It is Liam Delap. Ball falls very kindly to him. It's a snapshot. Doesn't have too much time to react. Oh, there was a half chance there. Real battle in the box. William Saliba and João Pedro. Man, William Saliba, that is a foul. Ball somehow falls. Kepa makes a real meal of it. Ball just kept alive. It ricochets. Oof. Arsenal using everything in their power to stop that from going into the back of the net. Good start. Chelsea putting Arsenal under pressure. Again, forcing Arsenal along is just about the perfect thing that we could be doing here. Just keep forcing them along. And there you can see Estevao Willian already stripped, getting ready for action. Arsenal down the left-hand side. Excellent from Trevor Chalobah. Very good defending. Immediately closes down the angle on Gabriel Martinelli, and it's a goal kick for Chelsea. Well, our width has been chiefly from our fullbacks. Gusto and Cucurella defensively have been spotless, but we've not had that attacking threat. Someone like Estevao will just change the game, man. The longer he stays on the pitch, the better chance he has of affecting it. And I feel if Chelsea get Cole Palmer, Estevao and Joao Pedro playing as much time as possible, we can manufacture a goal for sure. The way that Joao Pedro has been in form, Estevao just waiting for that big game to burst into life, and Cole Palmer supplying the two. The game is there for us to be in. And the best part is they've given us the best chance here. Here's Madueke up against Jarell Hato, gives him the slip. Hato shows good recovery pace. Here's Zubimendi. Finds Gabriel Magalhaes. We saw Arsenal in a back three towards the end of the first half on the ball, which meant that Julian Timber was in the midfield areas. See whether or not that continues. Here's Eberechi Eze. Shifts it onto the right-hand side. Madueke up against Cucurella. Drops the shoulder. Cross comes in towards. Oh, it's too much on the cross. Only Madueke does the right thing just to float that towards the back stick. Declan Rice made the late run. Victor Gyökeres is attracting the pressure of Trevor Chalobah. So overhits the cross. Goal kick for Chelsea. Yep, Estevao's warm-up intensifying. Have to get Estevao and Cole Palmer both as that double change. I think that'll give us a lot more of an impetus. Just put a bit of fear in the Arsenal defence. Been relatively comfortable, just did Enzo Fernandez strike from distance. Other than that, Kepa has had very little to do. Very good first touch there from Joao Pedro, but powerless to stop the power of the Arsenal defence. Here's Victor Gyökeres, tries to just bully that past Trevor Chalobah. Chalobah shuts the door down. Throw in for Arsenal. Here's Rice onto the left-hand side, tries to whip the cross in. Very good defending by Malo Gusto. Estevao William just rubbing his hands. He's just waiting to come on. Here's Saliba. Timber. Yeah, this is harmless possession from Chelsea's point of view. Arsenal can keep it in these areas. Arsenal won't be rushed though. Do like playing it between their centre halves and their centre midfielders as Gabriel looks long. Martinelli wins the first header. Liam Delap helps out defensively. Does very well to shield the ball. Here's Caicedo. Finds Chalobah. Chelsea now looking to build out the back. Chalobah, risky pass. Enzo Fernandez takes very good care of the ball. And Zubimendi, it's certainly a foul. And Andres Santos came away with the ball, man. He has to play advantage. Very poor there from the ref. Andres Santos in very close quarters, making sure that he mops up anything that the Chelsea midfield failed to really sweep up. Just under 45 minutes. It's been a really engaging semi-final. Gusto, heavy touch. Oh, it's very heavy. And Fofana, brilliant. Bails us out, takes no prisoners, boots that away. Risky pass. Just decides to go long. Hato wins the first header. Arsenal win the second ball. Chalobah has really put a foot wrong, and Hato defends very well. Slowly but surely growing into the game, the 19-year-old Cole Palmer is warming up. He's intensified very much as well. Has a word with his former Manchester City teammate Gabriel Jesus. Ready to come on himself by the looks of it. And the game is won and lost from the changes that's going to be made from the bench, man. I think Rossini has to go first. It's not a time to be reactive as Gusto defends very well. Martinelli not giving it up. Malo Gusto, don't commit the foul. He's strong. Liam Delap helps out defensively. Please don't foul him. He's just thrown him to the ground. Takes no prisoners. Forceful play there. Joao Pedro tries to turn, but he gets caught off the possession. Pedro wins the ball back brilliantly. It's getting really feisty there. Surely that's a foul and a yellow card, ref. Come on. Joao Pedro's been hacked on numerous occasions. This time it's Piero Hincapié. Lovely there from Joao Pedro. He loses the first ball, but make sure he gets it back. Lovely shielding of the ball. Hacked on numerous occasions. Finally a yellow card, and I think the yellow card's gone to Mikel Arteta, another Arsenal player. Yep, Arteta gets booked. The fourth official needed a bit of help. He just looked at the ref and said, I think you need to book him. He's having too much of a chat. This game very much on a knife's edge, man. Decent pass for Joao Pedro. He runs the channel well. It's a heavy touch. Arsenal come away with the ball. Madueke. He gives the ball away meekly. Chelsea just growing into the game. I would say not too much to be worried about, but it's going to be a smash and grab effort as Sanchez goes long. Chelsea win the second ball through Enzo Fernandez. Good press resistance shown by the Argentine. Gets away from Zubamendi. Here's Caicedo. Fernandez again. Waiting for a bit of movement. He's not going to get it. Has to go to Liam Delap. Good feet shown there. It's surely a foul there, ref, and it is. It's very, very clumsy there by Gabriel Magalhaes on Liam Delap. It's a free kick for Chelsea in a decent position. Yep. Too eager there, Gabriel Magalhaes. Liam Delap finally making it stick and getting the free kick. Set pieces would be a great way to hit back. Get that goal. Put the pressure on Arsenal, man. Nicholas Jover. Sure that he mans the defensive structure as Enzo Fernandez sizing this one up. We do have Reece James on the bench as well, haven't we, as a option down the right. Reece, Estevao and Cole Palmer, obvious changes, isn't it? Enzo Fernandez looking to once again break the game open here. Captain for the evening. Sizes this one up. Decent ball in. It's very well defended. It's Jarell Hato. It's very well blocked by Eberiche Eze. And now Arsenal look for the counter-attack. Liam Delap. Oh, he leaves a nasty one on the Nani Madueke. That is a yellow card. And Liam Delap didn't want to really run behind Nani Madueke. Decides to chop his run quickly. That is not a foul. That is not a yellow card. He withdraws the foot. Nani Madueke takes a tumble, man. He's out the pitch as well. Liam Delap can feel that he's slightly hard done by, but it might just force Liam Rossini's hand now to bring on Estevao Willian down the right-hand side. There's no way we should be playing against Arsenal against 10 men again. Absolutely no way in hell. As Declan Rice tries to size one up here. Gabriel Martinelli. Again, his hasn't really combined with Victor Gyökeres, has he, too much? We haven't seen the number 9 and the number 11 really link up with those passes. Here's Kepa. Very calmly done here. Declan Rice. Also trying to beat the Chelsea press, which they do. William Saliba, very tricky for a centre half. Progresses the ball very well. Shifts it onto the right-hand side. Here's Madueke up against Kukureya. Here's Noni Madueke. Ball towards the far stick, but it's a comfortable gather once again for Rob Sanchez. Again, the final ball missing for Noni Madueke. Everything in the approach play is good. He puts in a decent-looking ball, but it's really easy for Sanchez. That pretty much sums up Noni Madueke, doesn't he? Gets into good areas, does very good winger things, but final ball always lacking. It's a big investment that Arsenal decided to drop on Noni Madueke, and the after effects of it, Ethan Wanyeri sent on loan to Marseille. In 1 year he was sold dreams under Roberto De Zerbi, and he seems to have handed in his resignation. So what it means for Wanyeri, we don't know, but he is a quality player. Chelsea not waiting any longer. It's time for the double substitution we've all been waiting for. Estevao Willian and Cole Palmer waiting to come on. Not sure who they're going to be pulling off. I think Liam Delap is one, and maybe Andre Santos. No instructions for Estevao and Cole Palmer, man. Just go and do what you're good at doing here. This is going to change our attack. They've got half an hour to manufacture a goal. Joao Pedro as a centre forward remains. Cole Palmer's then 10. Enzo and Caicedo in the midfield pivot. Estevao Willian for Liam Delap. Pretty straightforward as Chalobah, front foot defending, very good, very calm, and shields the ball very well. Victor Gyökeres has not had a sniff in the second leg of the semi-final, having scored at Stamford Bridge in rather fortuitous fashion, but he has not had any joy. Malo Gusto has taken a tumble. Well, if Gusto can't go, might change our tactics and the substitutions. Reece James has to come on as well. Reece down the right hand side, as Reece and Estevao down the right will change the game for Chelsea. Going forward, it will be a completely different dynamic. Not sure whether or not Reece is... I don't think Reece has travelled today. It's Josh Achimpong who's getting instructions. I don't really mind this sub. It makes us stronger defensively, but going forward, Josh Achimpong does show a lot of heart in the way that he likes to attack forward. So what was going to be a double substitution might turn into a triple sub by Liam Rossinier, one being forced with Malo Gusto probably not able to go. Shame for Malo. I think 60 minutes, put in a great shift defensively. A couple of times where he allowed Gabriel Martinelli to run past him, but did very well to recover on one of those occasions. Yep, a triple substitution. Cole and Estevao, definitely needed. Well, Estevao didn't feature against West Ham. A bit of Brazil and English flair ready to grace the Emirates pitch here. Now, Jarell Hato is one of them who's going to be withdrawn. I was expecting Andre Santos and probably Liam Delap to be coming off. Very interesting to see who the three subs will be. But it's Estevao, Cole and Josh Achimpong. Jarell Hato is one that's going to be withdrawn. Liam Delap is another. Yep, that's the one we expected. And the third, Andre Santos. Surely it's going to be Andre Santos. Hato, Delap. Arsenal haven't used their bench yet. Half an hour plus possibly added on time remaining. I think Malo Gusto might be okay to continue. Josh Achimpong might have to wait his turn. Estevao and Cole now. Our midfield three remains. I think Estevao might be on the left and Cole on the right. Does change our dynamic a lot more in the wide areas. Joao Pedro's got real link man as Noni Madueke tries to go on the outside. Trevor Chalobah defends very well. Very, very well. Clean as a whistle as Cucurella looks long. Chelsea trying to win the second ball, which Noni Madueke does. Joao Pedro chases a lost cause, puts real pressure. Saliba does very well and turns into a magnificent pass. Again, Victor Gyökeres forced wide. It's not a foul. Yep, not a foul. Andre Santos follows the Swede, makes the challenge. Ball for Chelsea. Half an hour. Plenty of time to get a goal, man. Take this to extra time. There's no way we can surrender without scoring. Have to score a goal. Malo Gusto. Good to see that he's okay to continue. because there's no Reece James, Josh Achimpong can really defend, but we need someone like Malo Gusto who has got a bit more in terms of an attacking threat down the right-hand side, allows Estevao to, or even Cole Palmer basically, to play in the half spaces, and Malo can hold the width. Here's Cole Palmer. Need a big game here. Big half an hour from Cole Palmer. Just set our season alight. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Wesley Fofana shifts it to Malo Gusto. Gusto goes on the outside of Piero Hincapié. Here's Caicedo. Clever pass there to Malo Gusto. Decent first touch. Hincapié gets back in time, but it's another corner for Chelsea. Moises Caicedo with an inch perfect pass. Malo Gusto plays the 1-2. Excellent stuff there. Hincapié stuck to his task. Corner for Chelsea. Come on. They have to do it in stages here. Nobody said this is going to be easy. Chelsea need to play the perfect half an hour here. Minimum to take it to extra time, let alone win this game in the 90 minutes. Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea need to score 2. We need to score 1 here. Enzo Fernandez delivers. It's a poor ball, but it falls to Cucurella. Looks to curl that one in. Decent strike. Always travelling over the crossbar. Goal kick for Arsenal. Cucurella did well to shift it. Doesn't even catch the roof of the net, but strikes from distance is one way to try and open Arsenal up here. Defensively, they've been very solid themselves. João Pedro now has real linkmen in Estevao and Cole Palmer. Need to see a lot more feet passes, instead of playing those long balls. Cucurella needs to find Estevao, man. Come on. Is that a good game against Noni? Noni really hasn't made the impact down the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka was scheduled to start against Leeds, but then pulled up in training, the warm-up before the match. Don't know how long Bukayo Saka will be out for, with the added injury of Mikel Merino as well. A couple of players that Mikel Arteta would love to have at his disposal, as Cole Palmer finds Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez shifts it immediately to Estevao Willian down the left-hand side. Estevao Willian drops the shoulder. Tricky finds Enzo Fernandez. Tries to curl that towards the top corner. Chelsea looking for long shots. Once again, Estevao Willian down the left-hand side, looking to make things happen. Enzo does well with his first touch, just gets it out. Doesn't have the curl nor the dip. The Arsenal keep affording Enzo Fernandez space. He's going to keep shooting. That's something that Enzo will definitely look to do. 25 minutes plus added on time remain. As it stands, Arsenal have 1 foot in the final. Looks like they might just be playing Manchester City if Newcastle can try and turn around a 2-0 deficit. There's Kepa. Risky pass, but Arsenal, Chelsea putting a little bit of pressure finally. For the first time, Arsenal struggling to build out the back. Martin Zubimendi with a blind pass. Chelsea gain territory. Here's Fofana. He's been largely untroubled. Has to make sure that when crosses are into the Chelsea box, he keeps an eye on it. Decent turn. João Pedro tries to squeeze the pass. Referee is not going to give the foul. Here's Declan Rice. Taran Joseph says, I don't see the need to play so risky at the back for such little reward. Yep, fair play to Chelsea for finally pressing. Need to force Arsenal into just small mistakes. Turn the ball over just like that. Cucurella wins the ball back. Here's Caicedo. Looks for the killer pass immediately. And Gabriel Magalhaes does the wise thing of just following his countryman every step of the way. Well, João Pedro, not going to make it easy for you. Gabriel, it's a risky tactic. He's got a hold of his shoulder. Could have been a foul. He gets away with it. João Pedro has every reason to complain. TJ, what are the subs that Arteta has to make? Chelsea have blinked. Liam Rosenior Made the double change of Cole Palmer and Estevan Willian for Liam Delap and Jarell Hato. Mikel Arteta yet to really turn to his substitutes. But as we say that, Kai Havertz is getting his final instructions. Arsenal looking for the goal here down the right hand side. Here's Victor Gyökeres, decent ball in. Well headed. Chelsea in trouble. Hincapié, decent first touch. Looks to curl that in. Very good grab there from Sanchez and goes for the quick release. Chelsea looking for the counter attack here. Here's Joao Pedro. Pedro looks to push and run past Saliba. Chelsea keep the ball. Nicely done. TJ wants all 11 to be subbed. Here's Malo Gusto. Push and run down the right-hand side. Malo, can you keep it in play? He can. Oh, that's a foul there from Hincapié. Come on. Piero Hincapié goes lunging in. That's a yellow card for the Ecuadorian. Malo Gusto, has he picked up the yellow card for diving here? Let's have a look. Might have been a dive. Tries to be cheeky there to win the foul. I mean, from that angle, it looks like he might have just caught him. I think it's a yellow card for Malo Gusto. That's harsh. Have to find a better cross. Hincapié. Hincapié has been tasked with a lot of forward movement here. Well, Arteta's going to stick to his trusted system. Just make a like-for-like substitution, and it's the former Chelsea man, Kai Havertz, who has missed a large chunk of the season, now up against his former side. Noni Madueke is off as well, not having the impact on the bench. Thuram's not happy with Kai coming on. Maybe Gabriel Jesus, but it's Leandro Trossard instead. So, yep, like-for-like substitutions. But Madueke is operating down the right-hand side, which means maybe we'll see Martinelli on the right, Trossard on the left, and then Kai Havertz up top. So it's a complete new front three for Arsenal. Tarun, if Kai Havertz scores the goal that decides the tie, it will sting. I'm not going to lie. Declan Rice, hacked clear there by Malo Gusto. Cucurella wins the first header. Rice again. Reaching the business end of the match here. It's fine margins, man. Ooh, Caicedo goes into a tussle against his former Brighton teammate. Fofana does well. It's getting very, very hectic, TJ. Very hectic. 0-0 for Arsenal. Perfect result. That's a very good first touch there by Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea looking to counter. Here's Estevan Willian down the left-hand side. Tries to play the 1-2. Has to get the pass right. It's easy for Timber. And he gets away from Estevan. Estevan has a nibble. So does Cucurella. But the foul has been given. It's going to be a yellow card possibly for the Brazilian here. Yep, it's a yellow for Estevan Willian. First tackle that Estevan was made. Zero tolerance from the ref. Timber does well. Does very well actually. Drops the shoulder. Goes on the outside of Estevan Willian. Has a nibble. Karen wants Arsenal to hold the ball in the Chelsea half for the next 20 minutes. I mean, that's one way of controlling the game. Again, you don't need a goal. You just need to have the threat of the goal. Chelsea need to score, man. We can't go out the semi-finals not scoring. Here's Zubamendi. Cucurella reads that very nicely. Enzo Fernandez finds Cole Palmer. Better this from Chelsea. Lovely pass from Cole, but the control there for the first time. Joao Pedro let down. But there you can see when Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Joao Pedro all linking up, things can happen for Chelsea, man. Going to have to stitch a really good attack in the next 10 minutes. Give us a bit of confidence. Here's Eberechi Eze. Hasn't had the impact as the number 10. Arsenal have had 3 shots, 1 on target. Chelsea 8 shots, 1 on target. And very little to separate the two teams in terms of stats, and the scoreline pretty much reflects it. Here's Declan Rice. Looks for the spread. It's a poor pass there from Declan Rice. Well, Rossignol once again is going to look to his bench, and it's the man who scored the brace at Stamford Bridge. Alejandro Garnacho had an absolute shocker of a 45 minutes against West Ham United, was rightfully hooked. Now has about 20 minutes and change to get us a goal from somewhere. Liam Rossignol has to throw the kitchen sink here. Can't go out wondering. Have to throw all our attacking weapons that we have. Cucurella is riding the challenge of Kai Havertz. Brilliant from Santos, man. He goes crunching in. Oh, he leaves an extra. There's a bit of spice now to the game. Andre Santos. He wants to get the quick start there. Martin Zubimendi. That is not yellow worthy, ref. Come on. Trevor Chalobah quickly trying to defuse the situation there. That is our ball, man. Come on. He's going to stop the play and possibly book Andre Santos. Enzo Fernandez called upon by the referee. So is Gabriel Magalhaes. Brazil and Argentina, the two skippers. Havertz trying to eavesdrop. Darren, get lost. You're not getting a red card. How many times do you want to play us 10v11? Andre Santos. I want to get it right. That is not a red card. It's a none of it. None of these are red cards. What's the problem? Gee, weak fall. I hope Santos didn't get booked for that, man. That was so needless. But that will be Santos' final action. Chelsea really going for it. Alejandro Garnacho coming on for Andre Santos. 74 minutes. Very good shift from the Brazilian. We need something in the attacking phase here. Good game from him. And these are the games where you really mature up against Zubimendi, Eberiche Eze and Declan Rice. 15 minutes remaining, man. Oh, come on. It can't end 0-0. Cole Palmer, Estevao Williams, Joao Pedro need a moment. Take this to extra time at least. Here's Estevao. Now on the right-hand side, his natural position. Cole Palmer. Joao Pedro. Back to Palmer. Very good there from Rice. But Chelsea win the ball back. Estevao. Lovely turn there from Cole, but he can't get away from the grasp of Declan Rice. Two crucial challenges. Chelsea looking to mount the pressure now. Declan Rice throwing everything that he has. It seems that Arsenal are going to be very happy to defend the last 15 minutes here. Malo Gusto with the throw. Estevao, decent first touch, shields the ball nicely. Zubimendi does very well. Closes it down. Trossard, oh, that's a hospital pass. Asking a lot out of Eberiche Eze, who does very well to cushion the pass. Here's Saliba. Lovely reverse to Eberiche Eze again. First time ball. Calm there for Chelsea. Very rushed from Arsenal as well. Haven't shown too much in their attacking play here in this semi-final. They didn't have to, and they didn't, but again Estevao loses the ball. Here's Kai Havertz. Nketiah. Havertz again. Chelsea making... Oh, Chalobah, needless foul. Eberiche Eze's back is facing goal. You don't have to make the challenge, man. He's trying to be touch tight. It's so unnecessary. He's trying to be aggressive. Penalized, and rightfully so. Arsenal cannot score from set pieces, man, after doing very little from open play. Eberiche Eze, a goal here for Arsenal pretty much kills the tie and books Arsenal's spot in the semi-final, in the finals. Declan Rice and Eberiche Eze having a short conversation. It's Rice who's going to be pulling rank here. Come on, oh, they've taken it short. Rice to Leandro Trossard. Trossard doesn't get away from Malo Gusto. Is that a flawless game? Estevao loses out. Rice finds Zubamendi. Cross comes in towards the fast stick. Brilliant there from Marc Cucurella. It's a last-ditch block. Chelsea looking to counter-attack now. Estevao wins the first header. That's very clever there to win the foul. Oof, that was risky. It felt that Arsenal was going to score there, man. Zubamendi just hangs that towards the back stick. It's a decent header there. Oh, it's awesome there from Cucurella, man. He meets it flush on his head. Brilliant. Gabriel gave it the full header, man. Very good play there from Martin Zubamendi. Just puts that into the area. He knows somebody's going to attack the back post. Oh, Garnacho wins the loose ball there. João Pedro tries to turn, succeeds, and finds Garnacho. Chelsea need somebody to step up and be a maverick for us, man. Time running out. Here's Fofana. Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez now very much a pivot player alongside Caicedo. Caicedo plays a quick exchange with Cole Palmer. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Brilliant from João Pedro. Oh, lovely play there. Estevao Willian tries to get a shot away. He'll get the foul and the free kick instead. Sharp play from Chelsea. Right in the heart of the Arsenal midfield. Their quick changes of passes. Estevao Willian clearly fouled there by Gabriel Magalhaes. It's dead centre. If there's ever a time for Chelsea to pull out a magnificent free kick, this is the one. We've got the usual suspects who are capable of scoring free kicks. Estevao, Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, all viable options. Come on. Tarun, we need this goal, man. What a grandstand end to the game it will be. Can't end 0-0. No way, not the semi-final. Chelsea have competed but failed to score. We're reaching the business end. Kepa does struggle from long distance. We need this goal, man. We absolutely do, Manny. Cole Palmer, what do you have in store for us? What can you pull out? 80th minute. Chelsea's score here. It's going to put Arsenal under all sorts of pressure. It's dead centre. It's about 22 yards away. Not enough. It's got to be hit with pace, man. It's a slick surface as well. He can go for something that's along the grass. Left foot of Palmer or right foot of Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez's boot has been golden over the past few weeks, scoring that late equaliser against Manchester City, securing all 3 points against West Ham after Chelsea were 2-0 down at half-time, winning that in extra time. Can we take this to extra time here? Come on, after all that big build-up, at least get this on target here. Arsenal trying to be sneaky in terms of gaining a few yardage. Referee has forgotten his spray by the looks of it. No line drawn. The honour code, the honour system being implemented here. Enzo Fernandez seems to have stepped away here, and it's Cole Palmer. It's against the wall. They're asking for handball. It's a strike from distance. Chelsea won a handball. They're just going to get a corner by the looks of it. Cole Palmer's free kick looked a bit tame. Let's have a look. Does he have a legitimate claim? There is an extended arm, but how much, I'm not really sure. I think Chelsea can be just content with this corner rather than a pen. Should have a look. Why not? Caicedo is convinced. Cole Palmer wants a check. And Trevor Chalobah has had a strike from distance as well. That has hit Gabriel Martinelli fair and square. No problem. I think Chelsea are not going to get a pen. We're going to get a corner though. Good defending there by Martinelli after Trevor Chalobah caught that flush on the volley. Enzo Fernandez delivers. Fofana flick on and it's just wide. Wesley Fofana gets there first. Just tries that cheeky flick. I wanted to see if that was extended the arm. Again, look at Saliba, dude. Fofana getting there first. He's got two hands around João Pedro every corner. Decent flick on, decent routine, but not enough to trouble Arsenal. Come on. Running out of time. Have to throw the kitchen sink here. Liam Rossinier has showcased all the subs that he could possibly make. Arsenal haven't really been an attacking threat. Chelsea need a goal desperately, but if Arsenal score, it's game over. It's that simple. Long punt forward. Fofana wins the first header. Oh, time on Arsenal's side here, man. They're just running down the clock. Piero Nketiah. It's on a yellow card. Has to be careful. Liam Rossinier has ditched the specs today. It's a damp, cold, rainy evening at the Emirates Stadium. Martinelli can't make too much progress. Malo Gusto very casual with the pass. Arsenal win it back. It's Trossard down the left-hand side, clips the ball in. Palmer brings that down effortlessly. Chelsea looking for the counter-attack. João Pedro, brilliant, outstanding play there from João Pedro. Estevao somehow keeps that in play. Here's Cole Palmer. Try to bully him off the ball. That's not a foul. Here's Eberechi Eze now. Chelsea have a player down. Trevor Chalobah. Oh, he left an extra bit there, but it might be a clean challenge. It's on. Is that on Kai Havertz? No, it's on Gabriel Martinelli. Trevor Chalobah is not happy with Martinelli's antics there. Oh, that was last ditch there from Trevor Chalobah. He had to get that spot on. There's a bit of spice to the end of this match here. Trevor Chalobah, brilliant challenge. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's all ball. Beautiful. Martinelli can have no complaints. Was taken out, but the ball cleanly won there. Six minutes plus stoppage time. Chelsea really running out of time here. Have to get shots on target. Just shoot from distance if need be, man. Cannot go out in a whimper. Have to score. Take this to extra time if need be. Caicedo on the stretch wins that very well. Here's Fofana now. Chelsea finally having and needing the urgency here. Fofana, Estevao Willian down the right hand side. He's got Malo Gusto. Went for Fofana instead. Here's Gusto. He's got a bit of space. Looks to whip it in. Instead, Piero Nketiah does very well defensively. Chelsea, every chance we have a chance to cross the ball, we should, man. Rob Sanchez trying to help out in the build-up. Instead, he just scoops the ball into the channel. Estevao just been bumped off the ball. Kai Havertz. Brilliant there from Chalobah. Caicedo wins it brilliantly and gets the foul. Free kick for Chelsea. Come on. Under 5 minutes plus stoppage time remain. It's Josh Achimpong who's been readied here for the last 5 minutes. It's a defensive change, but Achimpong, maybe with set pieces, can contribute. Chelsea have to throw everything that we have here. Mark Hughes is an option as well, but we've got João Pedro as the number 9. Need him to be in that position. Here's Garnacho. He's been in the periphery of things since coming on. Enzo Fernandez. Absorbing a bit of contact. Caicedo. Fofana. Estevao Willian up against Piero Nketiah. Who's in field. Floats the ball in. Very well defended there by Arsenal. Chelsea trying to win the second ball. Cucurella does very well. Chelsea win the ball back. Finally, a bit of sustained pressure. Chelsea need to beat down the door here. Arsenal back into their defensive shape as we expect them to be. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Surveys his options. Finds Caicedo. Chalobah. Enzo Fernandez again. It's far too safe from Chelsea. Need progressive passes here. Caicedo. Cucurella wants the ball played forward. Chelsea keep it short. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Switches it onto the right hand side to Estevao Willian. 1v1 again against Nketiah. Fofana goes on the outside. Wesley Fofana looks to put the cross in. It's Very untidy there from Chelsea. Arsenal just happy to clear the ball away. This is vintage Arsenal defending here. Josh Achimpong is coming on, and I think he's going to be replacing Malo Gusto. Should be a straight swap. Yep, Gusto off for Achimpong. 3 minutes plus stoppage time remain. Achimpong, brilliant turn, immediately in the thick of things, and he gets a foul. Free kick for Chelsea. Chelsea looking to take it quickly. Joao Pedro might have just stolen a few yards, but it's a chance for Chelsea to get the ball in the box here. We need quality, man. Caicedo. Chelsea can play the shot. No compulsion to put this in the box. Arsenal have defended these situations very well. Time running out, man. Arsenal have played the semi-final perfectly. Credit where credit is due. They've kept Chelsea at arm's length. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Drills the ball in. It's a header that should be tame, and it's out for a goal kick. Wesley Fofana once again trying to get himself on the end of the cross. Crosses in the box have not really worked for Chelsea. In open play, we have struggled to break open the Arsenal defence. Arsenal on course. I mean, top in the Premier League, 7 points. Top in the Champions League group, 8 wins out of 8. Spot in the Carabao Cup final. It's turning out to be quite the season from Mikel Arteta's Arsenal here. Chalobah. Arsenal lose out here. Can just kept Chelsea at arm's length. As to how Joao Pedro and Cole Palmer haven't been really able to affect the game. Couple of moments of build-up, but other than that, nothing sustained. Arsenal feel that they've done more than enough to get the clean sheet. It's going to be a hollow draw, hollow clean sheet for Chelsea. If the scoreline remains as such, as the objective was to reach the Carabao Cup final. Caicedo loses his footing. It was a very good carry up until then, and Trossard finds himself with a bit of space down the left-hand side. Final minute of normal time. Arsenal nearly home and dry in these wet and tricky conditions as Trossard drifts in field, carries the ball and takes a lot of pressure with him. This is good ball retention here, perfect from Arsenal. Trossard gets away from Cucurella, but Garnacho does well. Chelsea need to mount this attack here. Time really running out. Here's Cucurella. Again, find Palmer, find Joao Pedro as much as possible. Not sure how much time will be added on. Maybe 4, maybe 5 minutes at best. I can't see more than that. Here's Palmer. Clever pass between the lines to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, that pretty much sums up Enzo Fernandez's evening. Gotten into decent positions, but his shooting boots have not been worn. Yeah, Manny, I agree. Palmer has looked a shadow of himself. Still feel that he is battling that groin injury, which is not going to be making him any sort of nimble, but yeah, dude. Enzo Fernandez, that's his 3rd shot that he's taken from distance. Ill-advised. I'm not in Kolhapur yet. I'm still in Bombay. Manny, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I have to get up in 3 hours. I don't know how I'm going to sleep. Morning flight to Kolhapur. And then, yeah, day begins. Come on, Chelsea need to get a goal, man. It can't end 0-0. No way. Not in a semi-final. Kepa has had a comfortable evening. Can't be the case. Arsenal have 1 foot in the finals. It's my friend's place. My house is full. I've got guests. I needed a bit of peace and quiet. Here's Chalobah. Okay, Chelsea really running out of time here. Oh, that's a poor pass there from Sanchez. Forced to go long. Chelsea really running out of time. It's now or never. Arsenal running down the clock in really professional manner, man. Very precise. Look, every throw in, every decision, 20 seconds easily eaten away. It seems that all the damage done in the first leg going to be a hard wake up and a sour taste in the mouth. Yes, TJ, unfortunately, it looks that way. A real sour taste in the mouth. At least a goal. If Arsenal would have scored, if ended 1-1, fair enough. But 0-0 is a real sucker punch. Chelsea need to get the ball forward. Sanchez needs to start her attack. Come on. It's a good release. Yes, Cucurella. Chelsea have put in a lot of effort, but quality has been lacking in the final third. Can't say we deserve a goal, unfortunately. Haven't done enough to trouble the Arsenal defence. Here's Cole Palmer trying to make things happen from the halfway line. Enzo Fernandez finds Cole again in a pocket of space. Cole drift infield. Oh, it's a good block there from Declan Rice. Not the first time they've said that this evening. Arsenal haven't kept the ball well in the forward areas, but some would say that they didn't really have to. Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, Leandro Trossard not having the most influential game. Josh Achimpong finds Estevao Willian. And under 3 minutes of stoppage time remain here. Seems that it's going to be Arsenal who are going to book their spot in the final. This one is going to be a painful one to take. Here's Garnacho up against Martinelli. Brazil versus Argentina as again he checks his run. Trevor Chalobah, Enzo Fernandez. Back to Chalobah. Garnacho. Oh, Chelsea taking an age to make a decision. Arsenal once again in their deep block. Excellent as Chalobah looks to play a channel pass. Needless, but Chelsea win the ball back. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Heavy touch. Tries to squeeze that forward. Chelsea is not going to get a pen for it. Arsenal defend resolutely. Brilliant. I think that was Saliba. Here's Cole Palmer. Tries to shimmy and shake away. He can't get away from Martin Zubimendi. Oh, time really running out here. Every time you look at the clock, it just feels that Chelsea are running out of time. Here's Estevao Willian. Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer. Enzo again. Enzo Fernandez tries to float that forward. Decent touch. Wesley Fofana takes an extra touch. Ball doesn't break kindly. Wesley Fofana keeps it alive. Caicedo. He went for the cross. It's well defended. It's a throw in for Chelsea. When Wesley Fofana just threw his boot at it, it's probably a shot on target. Decides to take that extra touch. Arsenal clear that away. Final attack for sure for Chelsea. Clever pass there by Cucurella. Chelsea tried to something intricate. Arsenal defended comfortably. Anywhere will do. Final minute of stoppage time. Arsenal nearly there. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Oh, time really running out. Cole Palmer. Garnacho's just peeled into a bit of space. Cole Palmer. Garnacho. Oh, that's a terrible pass from Alejandro Garnacho. It just kills all our hope of an attack. Decent pass. Sanchez playing sweeper, keeper magnificently well. Keeps the attack alive. Garnacho, get away from it. You can't trust you with the ball. Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, last chance saloon here. Cole Palmer decides against passing to Garnacho, which is the right thing to do here. Fernandez, 15 seconds remain here. Arsenal nearly there. Estevao Willian. Clever pass there by Moises Caicedo. Gets it back from Estevao. Chelsea need to put the ball into the box. Well defended again. Falls to Cucurella. Chelsea need to get the ball into the box. Cucurella, what a terrible pass that is. Keeps the attack going somehow. Get the ball in the box. Cucurella. Caicedo off balance. Puts the ball into the area. Joao Pedro wins the header, but it's comfortable to Kepa Arrizabalaga. That might just be that. Saliba riles up the crowd, and I think Arsenal have got the job done here. It's taken the nerviest of 0-0, but Arsenal booked their spot in the Carabao Cup finals. We truly are in borrowed time. Chelsea get one last attack by some miracle. Cucurella Plays that forward. Cleared away. Certainly now the whistle's going to be blown here. Arsenal keep the attack going here. They can add the sucker punch here as Declan Rice finds Kai Havertz. This could be the sucker punch. It's Kai Havertz. Fills it into the empty net. And Arsenal do book their spot in the Carabao Cup final. It is Kai Havertz who adds the dagger in stoppage time. Arsenal win 4-2 on aggregate, and they will face either Manchester City or Newcastle United. Mikel Arteta's team have done it the hard way, but they have done it in the most Arsenal manner, resolute at the back, and then nicking a goal right at the end. Declan Rice finding the pass for Kai Havertz to fill it after he rounded off Rob Sanchez. It ends in disappointment as Chelsea's campaign in the Carabao Cup ends in the semi-finals as both defeats for Liam Rossinier have come in the hands of Arsenal and Arteta. Manny, a 0-0 result doesn't really help us. We tried to go for it. We got caught. And Arsenal, over the two legs, I think they deserve it. It's a cruel end, but this is an excellent pass by Declan Rice. Kai Havertz shows great composure, rounds off Sanchez and fills it into the empty net. Arsenal win both ties, both legs, 3-2 at Stamford Bridge and 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Chelsea failed to score in a must-win game. Put in all that effort and energy against West Ham United. It was bound to catch up against us. We were flat going forward. Arsenal having just enough tactical nous and experience to book their spot in the Carabao Cup final. Their first since 2017-2018. It's been a long time coming as Arteta has more chance for silverware here. The referee blows the full-time whistle at the Emirates Stadium, and Arsenal and Mikel Arteta get the job done here. 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium after winning 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Kai Havertz adding the seal at the very last kick of the game. Arsenal will feel that they deserve it. It was nervy for a long periods of the game as Chelsea needed a goal to take this game into extra time. Chelsea could not break down the defensive wall that was the Arsenal backline. Declan Rice, once again, magnificent, topped it off with an assist at the end. Liam Rossinier will have a lot of reflecting to do. His 2 losses since joining Chelsea as the permanent manager, both coming at the hands of Arsenal. It ends in disappointment, it ends in defeat. 1-0 to Arsenal as Arsenal now book their spot in the Carabao Cup final. It's disappointing, but that's the way it rolls. Well, thanks a lot, Manny. Thanks a lot, TJ, for tuning in. Manny, it's cruel for us. TJ, enjoy the final. $15 coming in clutch. I'll see you guys for the next stream. It's Chelsea Wolves, I think, at the weekend. Hectic, but